So this is another night of just speaking to us, um, mostly to us as parents and aunts, uncles, grandparents too, because the success of our children is not only about the parents, but it's about all those who have to interact with our children, and we want them to be successful. We want them to do well. So, first thing I'm going to talk about tonight has to do with, so often I'm talking about how we need to create wealth and so that we can create better communities. And if we have better communities, hopefully we'll have better schools for our children. And but we have to start somewhere. The more we destroy things and we tear down, it's the less we're going to be able to build wealth. So I thought about it and I sat down and I created some ways in which we can start saving, so we can start investing in things, and we can start making sure that we as parents are handing down a little something for our kids, or we're teaching our kids how to start building and to become financially independent. So I'll just go over some of the things that I came up with. First of all, if we work hard in school, children, if we work hard in school, parents encourage them to work hard so they can get scholarships. One of the things that are burdening our children are student loans. For the kids who have worked hard and decide to go into colleges, then they, because we parents are not able to help them, and they're burdened down with student loans. It takes a long time to pay these off and to have that freedom where you can buy a home or get a car. Some right now at my school there are teachers, one teacher in particular who talks to me about she have to turn off her cable. She has to get her phone at basic. She can't make too many calls. She has to change a lot of things. I was speaking to her in December and she didn't have the heat on in her house because they're trying to pay off the student loans and to build and to so she can feel um, better, because even though she's a teacher, her salary isn't there yet, so she have less burden to deal with. So they can get scholarships. If you work on your credit, just stop buying the unnecessary things. You don't need a Gucci bag. You don't need a Gucci this or that. If you pay down your debt, keep yourself humble and satisfied, because as Solomon said in his words, he had so much, and when he looked at it in the end, it was all vanity and vexation of the spirit. So we want to make sure we're not spending unnecessarily, but we're spending cautiously and carefully so we can feel contented. When we're not stressed with bills and debt, we feel more contented, we feel more relaxed, we feel less stress. So forget some of those things and start saving, keeping your credit clean so you can pay down on a house. You have a house, it becomes a home, and it will create wealth for you and your children. Um, Kids can, especially teenagers, they can start babysitting for their neighbors and make that money. Don't make it and spend it as soon as they start working. Oh, I'm going to the mall, I have to get this up. No, you're going to do these little things to start saving. Start putting away so you're learning, you're practicing. It becomes a part of you, it's natural. You could do pet sitting. Small pets, you don't need the big old dogs or the big old pit bulls, but the small dogs. You can sit with them, cats that are easy. Lawn mowing. Boys, girls, they can get out there and mow people's lawn and get your monies and put it away. Yard work. A lot of people need little things done around their yard. Um, you can go and rake leaves. You can shovel snow. You can plant flowers and help people keep them up, water their grass for them. You can do newspaper delivery where there are still newspapers to be delivered. You can do, you can work at Amazon. If there's a family business, bring the kids in and let them work and pay them. So they could do filing, they can file papers in the office, they can answer phones, they can do other little jobs around the office. Instead of hiring somebody out there to pay them, pay your child that money and teach them how to save. Again, if we don't teach the youth, we're going to have continuous downfalls, and as it becomes, they get older, it becomes worse. When our kids are trying, we should be able to help them, support them, to build them up. Don't see them saving up and trying to move ahead, and then you turn your head the other way. And I'm not getting into that. I didn't send you to do. No, support your children. Support them, encourage them so that they're staying off the street corners and so that they're building wealth instead of destruction. If we don't teach them, they can't learn. So even though we might not have gotten the teaching, let's teach them. So tonight I said, let me just give some ways in which we can help them to build wealth. Again, we don't need expensive sneakers and shirts and hats. We don't need to tell anybody anything by showing off things that are not even necessary. These things don't make us. It's who we are that makes us. So no nice $30 hat, no $150, $200 shoes. None of those things make us important. No $250 bags. What is that? Build our self-esteem so we don't need these things to prove who we are. So that's all I needed to say tonight as it relates to creating wealth in our communities so that we can build our own communities. Um, one of the things I had also written is that we can plant callaloo and sell it. You know how much per bundle? Sometimes my neighbor had told me, she said she went up to a guy's yard to buy callaloo. He gave her three stocks of callaloo and charged her $3 for it. So those are things. If you plant your callaloo, take care of it, water them, you can have in the springtime up into the summer. You can sell your bundles of callaloo for good money, and that's making money. It doesn't matter how small we start, as long as we're teaching the youth and they're using it wisely. I want to see more of our Black people building, creating, and doing well. We talk about cutting hair, we talk about the girls doing nails, putting in braids, learning to do hair. So by the time you reach 18, you can open your shops and you can already build your clientele and ready to go. So again, I just needed to talk to us. I'm a little tired, but I needed to just talk to us. Because as the thoughts come, and I think about my kids in school and I see that some of them are so giddy, they're not focused, they don't want to, because no one is guiding them. So I'm just trying to appeal and asking those of us who are able to just guide them so that they can build. Our communities has to be better. Our communities have to be known for more than just another one got shot down in the streets, another one in jail. We need to be known for better. So let's start building people. Okay, we can do it. We can do it. We can do it. So again, walk good. Can't be good, just be careful.